Hi everyone, welcome to our maths lesson today. So we're still working on our multiplication and division topic at the moment, our units. We're looking at counting groups, making equal groups and sharing equal groups. And today we're going to be making equal groups by sharing. So we're going to start thinking about sharing again today. So on our first slide, it says, how many eggs are there? Let's count together, super easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 eggs. How many baskets are there? 1, 2, 3. What does the word sharing mean? If I'm sharing something, what does that mean? That's right, we're making sure we give them to equal people in equal groups. So if I want to share out my eggs equal into these 3 baskets, how many will I put in each basket? So if I move 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Are all my groups equal? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, yes. So if I share 6 eggs into 3 baskets, I get 2 eggs in every single basket. So there are 6 eggs altogether. Each basket has 2 eggs, and 6 eggs shared equally between 3 is 2. Now we've got some sweets. How many sweets are there? Let's count in 2s together to find out the answer. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. We're going to go up more. 22, 24. We've got 24 sweets. So we've got 24 sweets altogether and they're laid out in groups of 2. We've got an array here, 10 lots of 2, and then 4 loose at the bottom. Now, if we have our 24 sweets and we wanted to share them between 3 different jars, I wonder how many they're going to get each. So remember, when we're sharing, I can't put 2 here and 1 here, because is that equal? Is that fair? No, that's not fair. Try again, Miss Catherine. So, I have to make sure I do 1 jar at a time when I'm sharing my sweets. Oh, I made it a bit big, so I'm just going to make it smaller again. So I'm going to give 1 to this jar, 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 1 to this jar. 1 here, 1 here, 1. Oh, I've turned him around. 1 here. Let's move 1 here. Trying to get the ones that are going to be in the way soon. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Now I'm laying them out in an array again to make it easier for me to count them when I've finished. 1 for you, 1 for you, and the final 1 for you. So I've now sorted my sweets out into my 3 groups. I need to check that they are equal. 2, 4, 6, 8. And belongs to 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Again. You can probably hear the kittens in the background. I think they're making a mess. 2, 4, 6, 8. So each group's going to have 8 sweets. So there's 24 sweets altogether. 24 shared equally between 3 was 8. That's right. So there we go. They've laid it out in a slightly different way to me, but it doesn't matter as long as we have equal groups. So now I've still got 24 sweets. But how many jars do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 jars now. Now I'm going to still share my 24 equally. Has to be fair. I'm going to share 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. Back to the beginning, 1 for you, 1 for you, one 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 for you. Back to the beginning again. Oh, I'm almost there. Just going to move him over a bit. So I've shared out all my sweets. I've got none left at the top at all. How many sweets fit inside a jar? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They've all got 3. I've got 3 rows, so there must be 3 sweets for every single jar. There we go. So there's 24 sweets altogether, which shared equally between 8 is 3. Now today, you're going to have a sharing activity. Now I've just got to tip you down a little bit so you might lose my face. Oh, there we go, I can work it out. So, your activity, you're going to have 20 objects. Now you can choose toys, cars, sweets, pasta, whatever you've got 20 of, pencils, rubber bands, that's up to you. I've chosen my Skittles again because I've still got the packet here ready to do more maths. Now I've only got 12, you're going to do 20 because I don't want you to share my answers. I want you to have a go. I want you to find it out yourself. But I'm going to show you what we're doing. So when you've got your 12, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different jobs to do. Now I can't do all of them because I haven't got enough. But you're going to share your 20 objects first into 2 groups. I can do that one. So I've got my 12, but I'm going to share 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me. Oh, I show you me, you. 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me. There we go. I've got 2 groups. Now at the moment, they're not very easy to see, so I'm just going to make them tidier because I need to work in my arrays. Arrays make things easier to count. So now I can see 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. So if I share 12 out between 2, we get 6 each. Now you've got 20, I wonder how many we're going to get each when you have 20. Once you've done that, see if you can do it by 4. We'll put them all back together, and now we're going to make 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try and make my array straight away this time. Sorry about that, I got a phone call, so let's try again. So, I've shared my 12 sweets out into 4 equal groups, and I've lined them up to make them into arrays, and I've got 3, 6, 9, 12. Doesn't matter if you can't count in threes. I know that I've got 12, but I want to know how many are in each group, and I've got groups of 3 this time. Once you've done that, take a photo, and then find it in groups of 5. Now, I can't do groups of 5 with my 12, it doesn't work, and I can't do groups of 10 with mine. But hopefully, you've seen how I can share my Skittles out into different groups, and that's what you need to do today. Share your objects into 2 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, and 10 groups. See what the number in each group is, because we're sharing equally. If I share like this, am I equal? No, I'm not. So think about that word equal, and remember it. We need to make sure everything is equal and fair. So your total will be the same every single time. So the total is not important, it's how many are in a group. So you can take a photo to upload that to Google Classroom. Now, if you wanted to do extra, you don't have to. There will be 2 pages in our book. Here's my book here. So we've got page 20 and page 21. Now, sharing can be a bit tricky, so I've put it as the level 2 and the level 3 challenge. Now here, I've got page 20, and this is all about sharing cookies or biscuits. So you have to share the objects into equal groups. So first we need to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 here, and I'm sharing them into 2 equal groups. So you need to draw 1 here, cross them out when you're done. 1 here, cross, 1 here, cross, 1 here, cross, 1 here, cross. When you have 10 shared between 2, how many have you got? And you'll do the same here. Now these 2 you're sharing between 3. So remember, first, count up how many you've got, write it in the first box. The number of trays is the second number, and then how many you share into will be your third number. And I highly, highly recommend that when you've drawn a circle in here, you cross one out. When you draw another one here, cross it out so you don't do too many. Now, if you think, that was all right, I want something else to do. Ta-da! This is sharing problems, problem solving with sharing. So here we've got some toffee apples. So it says, how many toffee apples? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 toffee apples, just like my 12 Skittles. So 12 goes in here. Toffee apples shared between how many children? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Now, when we share 12 between 4, how many will they get each? Now, you might not much room to draw it here. So you could draw it on paper, or you could use objects to help you find the answer, and then you can write the answer here. I don't need to see photos if you do that, but you can try and use objects if you want to help you solve these, because there's not much space for you to draw, really. So you might be able to draw on a different piece of paper or use objects. So that is our lesson today. We are learning to share into equal groups. So we've got a practical activity, and then if you want to, we've got the book as well that you can solve. I will put the pages as an appendage to the assignment as well, in case you haven't got the books. As soon as I'm allowed back in school, I will let you know so that you can come and collect the rest of the books. But at the moment, staff are not allowed in the building at all. So until we know more, I will let you know as soon as we can get the books. So I do apologise at the moment. We did try and give as many out as we could on that last week without making the bags too heavy, but I will get the books to you as soon as I possibly can. So go off and have fun with your sharing, remembering to make your piles equal. Sharing into equal groups is our learning objective. Have fun.